You know, when I selected these two games to come back for, I don't think I noticed it was January. So we're coming back mid-January. We've lost two players. The one player I had to replace him to come in so far chose another English team for more money. Again. Kind of a bit of a recurring theme, isn't it? But today we play Clyde after we face our massive, renowned opponents in this. I'm taking the piss. We're playing Auchinleck Talbot. This should be an easy round for us. No doubt we'll fuck it, but let's get to it. This Average Gamer. My name is Duncan. Let's back. Left back? What the fuck does that even mean? Welcome back to the Elgin Experiment. You can tell I'm doing this late at night. So yeah, welcome everyone. I think the safest place to begin is the two players we've lost. Both have went to Stirling in League 2, and it is James Jones and Brad Mackay. Brad Mackay took half of his wages. He was on £400 a week, because he just took £200 a week at Stirling. Can't remember what James Jones was on, but he's on £275 a week. We've lost both of them from the wage budget. I've also told some people that their contracts will not be getting renewed. Just don't ask me who, because I now can't remember. That means that our current spending and our committed spending has left us with an available wage budget of £1,900 a week. And right now I am trying my damnedest to get into centre halves. We had a permanent deal, oh my god, agreed since the beginning of the month. And it was like the last couple of days he agreed to go elsewhere. We've currently made a loan offer for a player. No idea what's going to come in. We've promised him important player game time, but I've only did that because he was accepting £0 a week as a loan wage from us. So he's a freebie. I don't care if he plays enough, as long as he can come in and fill a role. I'm not that bothered. We did consider going for Blair McKenzie again, but Aberdeen wanted a lot of the wages covered. We went for a lad called Jamie Hamilton from Hamilton. The fee was okay. The squad, how much game time was okay. They were determined that I was going to play him as a wide centre back. We don't play with a back five or a back three, so we've had to pull out. So getting players for that position is being a bit of a struggle. We brought in a load of guys in on trial who would all be okay, but they all want like a year or 2 year contracts. I don't want to tie guys up for 18 months or what, 24 months is that? No. Like whatever, like either a year and a half or 2.5 years, when they're not going to be good enough that length of time. So I'm kind of at the stage of I might just bring in 2 loans if I can and just try and get to the summer. We'll sign permanent centre backs. Doing that though would leave me having to get 3 centre backs in the summer, and that's also not something I'm looking forward to doing. So this is going to be our team for today. I wasn't actually going to play Barrett, but we have just triggered Hogarth's contract extension. We were going to let it run out, but we got that, media piece that said, oh, Sunday's contract's running out in 8 months and there's been no talks, or whatever the fuck it was, however many months. And the fans were partly raging, so we've just triggered it. He's going to be an absolutely fine backup. Other reason for that I noticed is Barrett is wanted by Ipswich. Now, he's not first choice for the position, and that's okay. They're a championship level club. They can afford between 6 and 12 grand for him, I'd assume. So if there is genuine interest in him, move him on, bring me in that money, because right now we're this season we've lost £89,000. We're halfway through the season, and our overall balance is negative £191,583. That's not great. However, we're in the middle of a takeover. But it's not like somebody external coming in. I think some other board members taking over. So I don't think anything's going to change financially other than they might put money into the club to get the bank balance back into a positive. But other than that, I don't see anything. I kind of hope it happens because, and hopefully I manage to keep my job. But if it happens, maybe, hopefully, oh no, we do have a contract. That's fine. I forgot we signed a new deal. We might be able to get that senior affiliate. That's what I'm dying for. But yes, Hogarth in goals. O'Halloran, Olginju, Sloan, Paul, Hewitt, Maguire, Wilkinson, Whittaker, McKeever, Cameron. is who is currently starting, but I'm going to make more changes. I'm going to bring on Davidson to start. I'm going to give Duncan a start. I'm going to give Roberts a start. I'm going to give Shields a start and Okoa a start. I'm going to play Hunter instead of McKeever. I'm going to play Matthew Shields instead of Paul. Yes. Okay, so I made a lot of changes. So the back four is... No, it's not even staying the same. O'Halloran, Olgunju and Sloan are keeping their place from what I expect. But Shields are going to come in and in place of McGinn. Shields' contract is expiring. We're not renewing. Who have I told they can leave? I've not made a decision on Maguire, King, Oko. They've all not had a decision. Same with Davidson. Not sure who else. But yeah, this is where we're at. We should have enough to beat Auchinleck Talbot. For the love, we should have enough to beat Auchinleck Talbot. Surely to fuck. Like, this one surely can't come back and bite me in the arse. Surely. Surely. Right? Surely. I actually have the fear about it. Let's go. So we are home team. We're in the black and white kit. Yeah, there's a couple of things on board and the fans aren't happy with. I think it's maybe performances or whatever. Oh shit! I didn't actually show you any of the results, did I? We'll do it before the next game. We'll do it before the Clyde game. I'll go back for the previous games. But yeah, a lot's went on. We haven't been great form-wise. We've done just enough to stay just about in a race for a playoff place, but we're not done a great deal. But we've dropped points in games we shouldn't have dropped points in. You know, same old, to be honest. Like, nothing's really changed in that regard this season. Kinda, like, a little bit concerned that we haven't really done anything. Like, well done, Sloan. I think Sloan's contract might be up at the end of the season. I might check that. Because there's Sloan, for whatever reason, Bailey Sloan does really well for us. His marking is shit, right? I don't. Why are you working on crossing? Because you're a fullback. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, again, you're not. You're playing centre back for me, and you have done all season. Oh no, I can't be arsed to change that. But yeah, it's marking that lets him down. But everything else with him, he's been solid for us this season. I don't. Again, if his contract's not up, the chance of us getting him on loan again for another year is slim. We're just, for whatever reason, we seem to not be able to get guys back for a second season. And I get it to an extent. Like, they want to try the guys out in a different environment or in a better league. Or, you know, in some of our cases, it's more like from year 1 to year 2, they didn't want to have another relegation potential battle for them, and I got it. But we could really do with just getting maybe a second year out of some of these guys. And it's not as if we're really... Well done, Lewis Duncan. It's not like we're making money from most of our signings. We sold Splain for money, who didn't come through our youth. We sold O'Donnell for money. Again, two guys picked up on a free. That's it. We're not really selling guys that we're, if you like, quote-unquote, developing. Dolan's contract's up in the summer. Ben Barron's contract's up in the summer. I think I'll end up releasing both. I don't think either are going to make it with us. Lewis Duncan, if he has I don't know if he has another year or not, but if his contract's up in the summer, every chance I let him go as well. So we're not in a position where we're making money from our own youth yet, which is this is our third season where we're never going to be there. But at the same time, it's like there's so many obstacles on our way to do that. We're not full time. We don't have. We have. I'm assuming the worst rated facilities we could have, outside of having no facilities. We have so much we need to improve on, like as a club. But there's so much we need to improve on to even really start developing players properly. That even the two that we've sold, they didn't develop them in any way. They played well enough, played at a division below where they should be, and we capitalised on it. And we've took that gamble with a few players. It's just not really worked for us in any other signings. But hey ho, is what it is in that regard. I've had a lot of shots. I'm happy. One of the things is we're losing money each season, which isn't great. There's only really like two ways for us to make money. Player sales, which we just aren't really going to ever get the money needed. Not ever, that's so defeatist. But where we are now, I'd say within the next 4 or 5 seasons, I'd be very surprised if we are making enough from player sales. If we make more than 20 grand a season on player sales in the next 5 years, collectively, I will be stunned. But we're not going to get that. The only other way we're going to be able to do it is competition money. And I don't think we're ever going to win or get enough money in through competitions to do that. Something I said I'd maybe do and I haven't done at all is maybe at friendlies with bigger teams in the league, in the country. Haven't done that season 1, 2, or 3. For fuck's sake, I'll be honest. Something we might do. I can't believe having a shit game of Haldon. Something we might do season 4, if I remember. But I think it's been so invested in trying to get players in, but that's the only other way we can really kind of make money. And it's not ideal because that's not even a guarantee either. We could try and get attendances up, but we're only going to do that if we're going to be successful. Which, I mean, define success. It's a difficult one just now. Sam Paul's going to come on for O'Halloran's, who had a really poor game. Ennis Cameron's going to replace the injured Alex Roberts. Hoping that's not a bad one, because I will then have... Well, I do have other players that can play striker, but would kind of leave me a little bit short. I guess I've got McKeever as well. I keep forgetting he's there as a striker as well. So maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Sloan, 7.2. I think the stopgap signings of King, Oko, Davidson, or the guys on the 1 year deals with options to extend, even Hogarth to an extent, I think they've all, even now in the season, at worst have done okay. At best, in some situations, have done really well what they might do. Hogarth has done okay, but he's not had to do anything since his first appearance for us. But he was there as that third choice, as that backup, just to see. Pretty much what we're doing just now is, okay, there might be interest in one of our two goalkeepers. Would he be good enough to keep on as a backup in what would essentially be a second season? And the answer is, that's a great finish. The answer is yes. So Hogarth is going to come in, be second choice. If that interest in Barrett stays till the summer, and if it doesn't move in January and that interest stays to the summer, we'll just try and move him on. Like, just get him out, go. 300 quid a week saved, but might get a fee for him. Adam King has genuinely been amazing when we played him. His form started dipping when I was playing him week in, week out for a little bit there, but nothing overly worrying compared to like the rest of the squad's performances in that way. That'll do. So yeah, that's done well. Bruno Davidson, we had to bring in another player. We kind of knew that. He was always meant to be the second choice. We got Wilkinson. He's been phenomenal. He's went in a kind of a bad spell, but I think most players will for us. But yeah, he's come in and done his role. Can we get better? Probably. That's one that Bruno Davidson's one we might generally just trigger and keep. Trigger the 1 year extension, because even as like a third choice there for another season, it's not the worst. Same with Aaron King to an extent. But yeah, like these guys have kind of done okay for us. Oko's been a bit meh, but again. But yeah, that's kind of fine. One player who I'm very torn on just now is Frankie Maguire. His contract's up in the summer. We need to negotiate with him. He has potential. He's not really developed much. And long term, we need better. Now, the whole plan I'd said was, guys should come in first season, so Maguire would go into his second year type thing. Again, the plan really is that he would move on now. Whoever was maybe behind him would replace. We bring in somebody younger to replace. And that is generally what our model needs to be when we can make our model. But right now, it's a case of, can I bring in a guy to be better than him in his second year for that position? Now, I would say probably the issue we had is we had so much work to do in the summer that we just didn't really focus on. Centre mid wasn't really we made signings we needed in there, but it was all like, okay, they'll do for like 2 years, they'll do for a year, whatever, because there's that much needing done, and it's left us with Hewitt on a 2-year deal. That's fine, I don't mind that one, but it means that I have potential as Maguire and Oko, both who are like the left side of our centre mid pairing, and Aaron King, that would leave us with Hewitt, because Shields' contract, he's on loan. It's another big rebuild in the centre midfield, so do we then extend all of their contracts, one of their contracts? Do we trigger King's contracts? He's only expected to be a fringe player. There's so much in my head that I need to try and figure out what to do for that I genuinely don't know. I'm going to leave Maguire to negotiate his contract as late as I can. The only time I might move in before then is if another club was to come in for him. Then yeah, it's a different conversation. I mean, there's another $7,000. Woo. But until then, I don't know. Before I forget, 'cause there's every chance I will forget again. Let's do the games since our last video. Now, I believe our last game was 6-1 against Livingston. We followed up with a 1-0 loss to Montrose. We then beat Ergionians 1-0 with a goal from Ross McKeever late on in the game. I think it was 81 minutes. As you can see, King kept up his good form at that point in time. We're going to have a quick drink as we watch this goal go in. Somehow, the big open bit of the goal was the bit he decided not to shoot at. And he shot where the goalkeeper was. We then followed up with a 3-1 win over Alloa. But it didn't start off great. Did not start off great. We went down on 14 minutes, and I honestly thought it was going to be another one of those days where we were just going to be poor the whole time. And this goal didn't really make me think otherwise. But 30 minutes on the clock, we did manage to get the equaliser. Long ball from Paul McKeever, cuts it back for Cameron. He taps it in, just what we needed. And then before the end of the first half, on 40 minutes, 10 minutes later, McKeever does that finish, which I feel like I've seen him do loads, but he's only scored 4 goals, so I don't know how the fuck I've seen it. And it then got to the 80th minute before we got our third goal, just to end things, and Cameron just puts it away nicely. And that was that. We then drew 1-1 with Queen of the South. They got a 69th minute penalty, I believe, 63rd minute. But we took the lead on 4 minutes, and of course when we took the lead on 4 minutes, we played shit for the rest of the game, but it was Ennis Cameron, header, and then a penalty. You don't need to see the penalty. We then lost 2-0 to Cove Rangers, a team that actually pumped us last time we played them, to be fair. We then drew, this one annoyed me, we then drew 2-2 with Dumbarton. They took the lead through a Michael Ruth penalty, and it was a stupid penalty giveaway, but Ruth dispatched it quite comfortably. A man who just cannot stop scoring against me, but we managed to equalise. Davidson with the ball in. Cameron, boom, goal. They then went down to 10 men, so of course they took the lead. Just for half time, and then it took us to 78 minutes, 79 minutes even, for us to equalise again, and we just could not get the 3 points. That result really pissed me off. We then took on Kelly Hearts, who, again, just... again, they're Sloan, just doing his best life. We took the lead in this game, and I was like, yes, just what we needed after that really poor display against Dumbarton. Get the goal first, and we'll see what we can do. And of course, the answer was the square root of fuck all. But Whittaker did open the scoring for us. Another great signing for us this season. Him and Wilson, really, that first half of the season, helped us along. Poor goalkeeping from Molden. And then just after half time, after I told everyone it wasn't good enough, that catastrophe happened between Molden and Olagunju. Again, an hour played of the game, we get the equaliser. Whittaker with a double. Last half hour, yeah, we couldn't do fuck all. And then also we had Auckland Talbot. But join me in a week's time, we'll take on Clyde, and I'll let you know if we do any more business between then and now. Right, we're back, and I've made a signing. Is this man, Phil James, is in on loan till the end of the season. He is on loan from Crewe Alexandria. I think I've guaranteed him important player status, and I probably will be giving him it. He can play as an inverted wing back, which, no. He's going to play as a centre defender on cover. He can head, he can tackle, his mark is better than Sloan's. He can pass a ball. His jump rate's a bit shit. He's got a little bit of pace and stuff, but yeah. He gives us an option. But we're also in talks with this dude from Dundee. I have no fucking idea how good or bad he is. We're taking a gamble. That's all I can really do just now. We did actually have an agreement in place with a guy for a 4-month contract. He signed for Cove Rangers on more money and probably a longer contract. So, yeah, everything's going to shit for me. Struggling for it, but here we are. So, completely different team. Near enough. Molden is back in goals, although I just looked at his average rating. Our last 5 games, it's shit compared to my other goalkeepers, who are better in every way. Anyway, Molden goals O'Halloran, James, Sloan, and Paul. Worryingly, Paul is the only permanent player there. Hewitt, Maguire, who have a relationship. Wilkinson, Whittaker, McKeever, and Cameron up top. Olagunju, McGinn, King, Shields, Oko, Davidson, Hunter, Duncan, and Hogarth make the bench. Dion Conroy's just somebody bring it on a trial. Like the technicals, hate his physicals. So hopefully we can beat Clyde today. Continue our win from Auchinleck. Oh, yeah, fuck. That's not good. We're 7th in the form table. They're 4th. That's not great. That's not great, guys. But we are at home against Clyde. Let's see what we can do. No update on the takeover or anything. Again, I'm not expecting anything from that, but we'll see. Also relieved, I actually completely forgot that we signed a new deal pretty early into the season because we were doing that well. I think we got a wage rise for it as well, didn't we? So, forgot about that. So I'm quite relieved that I'm not out of contract in the summer. It might help me definitely keep my job if a takeover does take place. Be kind of annoying if this series ended because I got sacked for a new man, wouldn't it? Hoping we can get an early goal. Unlucky. If Kinnear has an injury, go in on him. I know it's not the nice thing to say, and I know we're all meant to be, oh, fair play and respect. Fuck that. Go in hard on them. Make them either bring on their sub-goalkeeper or some other random outfield player playing goals and just belt shot after shot at goals. That's what I'd be doing. Maybe that's why I don't play football or involved in the game in any way. Hewitt has picked up a knock. It's a tight ground. We're just going to make that sub. Apparently we're not. I'll do it through this. Shields will come on for Hewitt. See, Maguire's just regressing for us. They're saying he's a ball-winning midfielder, but he's never been that good for us in that role. I I think I'm going to let his contract go. Yeah. I've made my mind up right here, right now. Frank McGuire's contract is not getting extended. I mean, that could change by the next episode. But as things stand, that's my final decision. So I'm going to have to rebuild our defence and our midfield. Great. Love that for me. Fuck. Can you all stop getting injured? Jesus Christ. Hunter's going to have to go and replace McKeever. That's a bit of a blow. I have no fit strikers then, other than Cameron. Wilson can play there. Hunter can play there. They're not very natural at it. I know I said about going in hard on their goalkeeper, right? But I didn't actually expect them to hear me and then their manager go, going to start injuring a few of their players, please. Fuck. I find it really strange that Paul is playing better at left back when he has a right back, but he seems comfortable there. Oh my fuck. Stop injuring my players! Oh, for fuck. I'm not happy, but I'm also not particularly pleased that all my squad is getting decimated. Right, Ferdinando Coe's going to have to come on. I have one stoppage left and 2 subs I can make, and half my team's playing pish. Clyde are going out their way to boot me up and down this park, I think. Is that their plan? Injure enough of my players that they win by default because I can't field enough players? Here's a question. How many of the players are booked? 2. Right, cool. Well done, O'Halloran. Oh, we're playing pish, and I really don't have the... I don't have the bodies to make any changes now. None meaningful, anyway. Who can I even bring on? Adam King, Bruno Davidson, Duncan, that's it. So many players are playing that fucking bad. But actually, I'm going to bring on Bruno Davidson. And I'm going to bring on Duncan. Fuck. I am going to be lucky to get out here with a bloody draw, I think. Oh, unlucky. Why are we so bad? Come on, lads. Right, we've got half an hour left, to be fair. That's a decent ball. Cameron, unlucky. Force a good save from Kinnear again. So we are just hoping here near enough. That is poor Hunter. No will in the world. That was the laziest kick attempt I think I've fucking seen. Actually, Hunter, we told him he's not good enough to be a first team player. We're changing his play type to fringe, and he actually accepted it, which surprised me. We brought him in as an important player in the summer, and this was like late November, early December we'd done it. I've only just remembered just now. Genuinely surprised by that. Oh, Cameron and Duncan just walking into each other there. Well done, Shields. Well done. Right. I was trying to get used to not using these shouts because they won't be there next game. But fuck, I'm just going to berate them right. Oh god, they've not reacted well to my beration. Not reacted necessarily badly either, but they're not reacting to anything. Phil James having a poor debut, but that seems to be my fucking MO in this game this year. Paul, are you left-footed? Are you a left back that I've been playing at right back? No, you're a right back. You are actually a right back. Did you not just hit that corner with your left foot? No, you didn't. I'm seeing things. That's poor, though. That's poor. That looks like a cracking game here, Jones Dumbarton, 4-3. I mean, the board and the fans wanted defensively solid football and counter-attacking football, and then the fans wanted counter-attacking, defensively solid, entertaining football. I don't know how you do those three things. I feel like you can do 2 of the 3, but not 3 of the 3. But, you know. Right, this is pretty much our last attempt here, guys. Of course we went with a 0-0 draw. Why wouldn't we? Why fucking wouldn't we? And that's that. Elgin 0. Clyde 0. Yeah, unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable. Let's see where that leaves us on the league table then. And it leaves us like this. We're now 6th in the league. We're now 4 points behind playoff spots. Clyde, but also 3 points behind Montrose, who actually picked up a surprise win against Wraith Rovers, who are only a point ahead of Airgeonians. Alwa lying pretty much adrift now at the bottom of the table on 8 points. I think that makes us having 12 games left. Correct? Maybe? No. Bad maths. 14 games left. If that's 14 games left, we have at least one round of fixture still. Okay. Right, that's... McKeever's out for 5 to 8 days. No injury news on the others. Yeah? Does that mean they'll be back? Yes. Okay, that's a massive bonus for me because I'm taking on top league Wraith Rovers next, and we will be looking. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Less like we're going to come back then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, 14 games left. Why don't we... It's a weird one, because we could end up with nothing to play for. Just a mid-table side this season. Which is slightly less than the top half finish we wanted and where we were kind of predicted, but I'd weirdly be okay with that. Do I come back for the St Mirren game? Again, I expect that's going to be an absolute hammering. St Mirren at home in the next round of the Scottish Cup. Do you know what? Let's come back. So that there's... Let's come back for Cove Rangers and Dumbarton. That then, I think, is for... Yeah. That there is the start, if you like, of the last cycle of games, since we play every team 4 times. So let's come back for that. We'll see where we are going into the final 9 games of the season. And see if... Yeah, let's just see where that leaves us in, I guess, for next week. But yeah, we'll come back for those 2 games. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a thumbs up. It helps get the channel out there. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.